presenting Live at Spectrum. Tonight, Michael Waugh and Wolf and Willow. Please welcome your host, Brett Glover.
Hello and welcome to Live at Spectrum. What a lively studio audience we have in here tonight for the Gippsland-based show made by Gippslanders supporting Gippsland singers-songwriters. Now, there's still been a little bit of confusion about Live at Spectrum. Yes, we are live, we are at Spectrum, but how do you watch it and things like that? There's actually been a little bit of confusion we've found with the title itself. We are Live at Spectrum, we're not Live at Spectrum. If you come in to be part of the audience, you do have to leave after the show. Like, it's obvious. We've got a member of the audience right now in the front row. Obviously thinks they're going to be living at Spectrum. Now, this is not cool. Kimmy, could you mind just removing the sleeping paraphernalia off this gentleman at the front? Take it easy, Kimmy. Oh, it's Billy Wiz, Billy Rockstar.
I really didn't want to be on camera tonight. My wife thinks me and my daughter are at Sunday Mass.
Oh, right, no. But that's great. Hey, we'd like to catch up with you later on if you don't mind, find out what you're doing, because you've got a record in the making at the minute.
Certainly have.
So we want to find out about later, and thanks for being a sport, and you do have to leave when the show's finished, though. Sorry, Billy.
Okay.
Right, so on the mic, you've Billy Weir, ladies and gentlemen, giving it a one of Gippsland's favourite sons on the microphone, as usual, joining us in the Live at Spectrum studio tonight, Mr. Trent McCurdy.
Thank you. You can't clap for me. That's right. Yeah, that's right. Don't be afraid to give me the clap, okay?
Hey, it's been a big month for Live at Spectrum. In fact, while we're off the air, we got some great news about a broadcast partner coming on board.
That's right. In Melbourne, there's a community television station called Channel 31, and we're proud to announce that we'll be running some episodes, previous and future episodes, from, let me check the date, July 23rd, which is a Saturday night, 9:30 p.m. for 8 weeks, which is fantastic news. So I think that's worth a round of applause.
So that'll probably just end up adding to the confusion because it will no longer be actually live at Spectrum. It'll be, It was live at Spectrum.
Previously at Spectrum.
In your case, Billy lived at Spectrum or something like that. It was past tense. Maybe we should do some talk like, this will be late August, this episode, by the time we get there.
It will be.
Okay, so it's good to see the Saints have finally made the top 8. That was fantastic news. And there's a new runner in the presidential election. Eddie Murphy's just got in with the Texan vote. Well done, Eddie. Okay, we've got a great show live at Spectrum for you tonight. Coming into play for you live will be Michael Waugh, ladies and gentlemen. Very excited. We've been around the traps over the last month, and we've got stories from Red Rock Drums, just out of Warragul, and the Friday Night Music Club, which runs here in Traralgon. Coming up, first of all, live tonight at Spectrum, our first guest, hail from the area, a couple of young fellas that call themselves Wolf and Willow. Give them a Live at Spectrum welcome.
And follow me into the water, and I will be there, and at your call, and I know love as I first saw her, and now I could never let you fall. And so we'll lay there in wonder, and our backs to the ground, and our eyes to the sky. So we lay, we watch the time, it passed us like a blur. And you are mine, there's no how or why. We went down by the seaside to where I'd asked you to be mine. It's my one and only girl, and not when we bought in the tie. As you joined this roller coaster ride, and you became my world, and our summer hurts, love, love, love. And our summer hurts, love, love, love. Those long summer nights, you had me bleeding, and as we would dance under the stars, the touch of your lips, you had me conceding. And now you feel so afar, and so I close my eyes and remember the autumn leaves begin to fall to the ground, and all our hopes, they're just but a memory. And I know our love and what we found when as we went down by the seaside, to where I asked you to be mine. It's my one and only girl. And now when we part in the tide, as you joined this roller coaster ride, and you became my world, and our summer's love, love, love. And our summer's love, love, love.
Thank you. I'm going to talk to you while Tim changes guitars. It's a real pleasure to be at Live at Spectrum, and it's pretty fantastic what, I guess, good creative people in a good community can do when they come together. So I think they deserve a pretty massive round of applause for everything they're doing. And yeah, so Tim and I, we're Wolf and Willow. We've been writing songs together for a while, and yeah. And we've been friends for a while too. So this next song is called Throwing Stones. And that first one is called Seaside. And when Tim's ready to go, we'll get down to it.
And all her tears looking to blame, and I see them run down a window pane, and she sits surrounded by the thorns that she has sown. And she's adrift, and there shall come a day she won't conform to all their ways. And now she lies alone in the mess that she's made her own. 'Cause 'Cause if we're dark by nature and taught to nurture, a hope is on my heart. Well, that one day you'll see that you have to choose. And all the time I'd wait for you, those empty words you've promised to. I see that you have used your time to prove that we're all just throwing stones. And we're all throwing stones. Well, she's come so very far, reminded by those bloodstains on her arms, these marks to let her know, and to let her own just how much she's grown. 'Cause I know it's who she can be, beauty and the power, and for all to see, just a queen without a throne, and knowing no one to call her own. 'Cause if we're dark by nature, taught to nurture, a hope is on my heart. And well, that one day you'll see that you have to choose. And all the time I'd wait for you, those empty words you promised to. I see that you have used your time to prove that we're all just throwing stones. And we're all throwing stones. I'm finally getting older, and 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 I'm finally getting older, I'm finally getting older, and I'm finally getting older, and I'm finally getting older. 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 Mistakes we're taught to take, the veil is lifted to reveal the fake, and on this journey as we learn to be, the innocent may throw the first. She prays to God that she's seen the worst. She begs and pleads a cure for all to see, that there'll be no more throwing stones. There's no more throwing stones. Thank you very much, guys. As James said previously, we're so happy to be here, and thanks heaps to the Live at Spectrum crew for having us. We're Wolf and Willow. We've had a busy summer. We've just kind of come together in the last 6 months, James and I officially, and some original tracks have manifested as Wolf and Willow. And so one of the projects we've done, we've put together a bit of an acoustic EP filled with all these songs. The first two that we've just played, Throwing Stones and Seaside, are on that. So you can get in contact with us and pick up one of them. Yeah, we've also put out our debut single, which we'll have a chat a bit about later. And yeah, it's all been exciting times. This next song we're going to play, is called Your Home. I wrote it about my pop once he passed away, so it's one of my favourite ones to play. It's very close to my heart personally. I'm so glad that I get to share it with one of my best mates. Excuse me while I take 2 seconds to tune. And I see you go from west to east, a humble man to say the least. And as you go from sea to sea, you do a will so patiently. This hope we come to bring to you. The lost, they try to hide the truth. We come here with one single gift. He takes and leaves with only it. And there's no more time for tears. You see, we've borrowed you these years. Although we'll try and try, and now we say goodbye. And your home was never here. Just a wanderer without a home. He'd walk afar to meet a goal. A traveler with love to show, and this assurance in a trust we know. And there's no more time for tears. You see, we borrowed you these years. Although we try and try, as now we've said goodbye. And your home was never here. And your home was never here. And your home was never here. Never here. And your takeaway was bittersweet. And soon again we'll surely meet.
I'm going to call it early. I'm pretty excited about what's in store for these two young gentlemen, Wolf and Willow. James Di Fabrizio.
Thank you.
Did I get that?
You did. One in one.
First time. And Tim Richardson joins us this evening. I'm going to have a quick chat with these guys, but before I do, I just want to ask Trent how our people watching tonight can get in contact with Live at Spectrum for any questions or comments, or finding out how people are actually watching tonight as well.
Yeah, we want to hear from you tonight. Our number is 04111 489 77 or 04111 04111 Guys 7.
Guys 7.
That's right, which we found is actually a little easier to remember, except when you're reading it off a cue card. So tonight, if you'd like to get in touch with us, please text photos through to us of how you're watching the show tonight, whether you're in your lounge room, out in the freezing cold on your back porch. You can also search for us on all social media platforms, including Twitter, Snapchat, Facebook and Instagram, just by typing in Live at Spectrum.
We want to hear from all of you out there tonight. And the first question I asked the lads before you played, come over here and join us, guys. I'm so excited about speaking to you fellas. I asked you which one was Wolf and which was Willow. And you went, yeah, that old chestnut. But you also said that you haven't got an answer for that yet.
We haven't got...
Not quite yet.
What's our official answer? I think, look, Tim did dibs the wolf when we came up. Because...
Sometimes it changes though. I feel as if Wolf is
everyone wants
the head
to be the
honcho.
wolf.
Willow's a bit laid back. But the last gig we did, I was feeling a bit off and I was like, Jimbo, you're the wolf.
Yeah.
So there you go. We like to mix it up.
Mix it
Definitely.
up, yeah.
Now, you say you've officially been playing together for 6 months. Surely it's been a lot longer than that.
Oh yeah, we I think the Wolf and Willow thing's been a solid 6 month project. But yeah, we met together in year 12 at St. Paul's in Warragul. So
Yeah.
that was where we became friends, I think.
Yeah, just stayed friends ever since. And I think that's why we enjoy writing music so much with each other, because it feels like just like hanging out with your mate while you write a song. So it's good.
There's a definite musical connection between you two. Were you part of your school music program when you were at school, or was it outside of school that you played your music?
Oh,
Yeah, we did stuff in school together, and then it would be always the type of thing where maybe we'd stay late to do your school band or whatever. On the bus ride home, we might show each other music that would be different to each other's tastes and sort of push each other out of their comfort zones a little bit.
yeah, when we first met, Jimbo was, he's still a jazz nut, of course, but he was always showing me this hectic jazz stuff, and at the time I was mad on the kid. I love drums, and so I was listening to all my metal, and I'd be like, Jimbo, listen to this metal, man, it's awesome, and he'd be like, nah, check this jazz out. And then somehow we managed to mix them together and start a folk acoustic duo.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. It's like being all around the world with you two already. So did you enjoy the jazz when you first heard it, and vice versa, James? You heard the metal, and did you hear it in a different way, or?
You can always appreciate it,
You can.
but it's not the kind of thing I'd sit down and listen to it nearly as much as what he would.
Yeah, vice versa. And it's hard because you listen to it and in your heart you go, this isn't good music, but one of my best mates likes it so much. And, try harder, James. Listen to it. The appeal's in there somewhere. So luckily, I think we put up with each other's musical tastes for long enough until we found the middle ground.
Yep, it only took 4 years out of school.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Now, you've got a really full sound with just the two of you here tonight, but you actually, when you go out and play live, you've got another 2 band members?
We've got another 3 band members, so yeah, that's awesome fun playing with them. They help us out massively when we record, and we play some bigger gigs with them. We've got one of them here tonight. He's hanging out with us, Mr. Barry White. He's on the keys.
Yeah, Baz White.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, okay, I won't make any... That's enough with the Wolf and Willow. But what should people expect when they go to see a Wolf and Willow show?
What do you reckon, Tim? I suppose sometimes you can come see us. We'll be doing what we're doing tonight, where it's, I suppose, a bit more intimate, singer-songwritery stuff. And then other times when we've got the full band, it's more of a party vibe, I suppose.
We love to have fun
Yeah,
with whatever
we do.
we're doing, whatever style it may be.
Yeah, and you can definitely expect us to have about 20% where we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah.
And that's sort of that's why you should come see us, because when you see us in that moment, we'll be like, oh, Tim, what do we do here? And yeah, that's what makes it
That's where the
different every
magic
night.
happens.
Yeah, you don't want to be too well practiced.
No, got to be spontaneous.
Yeah.
You're about to head off on a regional tour as well?
Yeah, I've just finished up uni, so I'm keen to get playing heaps. So I'm booked in a bunch of gigs, and I'm like, James, let's go do this. Let's go play a bunch of gigs.
Yeah.
And then we're finishing up with a
it's the only full band one we're doing, but a full band gig at House of Frank on the 23rd of July. So we're, really keen to have a big night and then maybe get back into doing some more recording.
Yeah, for sure.
And you've got a new single actually out at the minute called Chase the Sun, which you're going to perform for us in a minute. We've seen the film clip on YouTube. It's doing well and getting plenty of hits.
Yeah.
What a huge production that was. Tell us a bit about the making of that.
Yeah, oh, well, very, lots of learning curves to learn from, I guess. But no, it was so much fun. We just head down to the Narragansett Falls in Gippsland and got some great footage with some friends, students at Swinburne University, and they did an incredible job, I think.
Did you come up with the idea for the clip, or did you just put it in their hands and say, just do whatever you want?
I gave him a very rough idea of what we wanted, and they took it from there.
So you've been getting a lot of great feedback from that clip as well?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, it's been good. Yeah. It was a good experience, and it was good to have pretty much all of that shot by people who were studying film at university, and and they just did an amazing job, like pulling that out of nowhere with limited experience, and it looks really nice.
Beautiful job. Well, it's a great clip and it's a great song. The guys, Wolf and Willow, are about to perform for you now. Chase the Sun, and if anyone out there's got an answer for the question, which one's Wolf and which one's Willow, something great and snappy that they can come straight back at an audience for, please get in contact and let us know. Guys, looking forward to hearing your final song tonight.
Thank you, mate.
Take it away, Wolf and Willow.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Falling for you, so we'll wander underneath the riverbed, passing strangers, vibrant lovers, wide and weary in your state. The wheel of time is passing by us, we dance below our willow tree. In timeless love, we then's unfailing, you'll always have this piece of me. And hold me close, and please just love me so. A vow will be enough. And come, let's go and let's chase the sun. And oh, we'll chase the sun. Midst of love, they're always searching, and eyes fixed on the horizons fall. Walk together on this journey, my home is wherever you are. And seasons change, creating memories. Church bells sing their cheerful song. Effervescent smiles of laughter, and beauty that will always belong. So hold me close, and please just love me so. A vow will be enough. And come, let's go and let's chase, and let's chase the sun. And oh, we'll chase the sun. And oh, falling for you, so we'll wander underneath the riverbed, passing strangers, vibrant lovers, why the weary in your state.
Let's take a hand, boys. Go on, James. Jeff and Willow. Just knocking us dead here at Live at Spectrum. Straight over to Trent. Have we had any feedback from the wonderful world of the internet tonight?
We have. We're getting a lot of messages coming through tonight. Thank you to everybody sending them through, and keep them coming through. From Danny, Eddie, Wolf and Willow are magical. Thank you, Danny. Anya Bartel, did we
Bartle.
Bartle, sorry. Cool tunes are warming the cockles of our heart. And boys, we've received a tweet from the team at Live at the Bundy, and they just wanted to know, if you're not busy on August the 6th, would you like to open for Adam Brand at Bundy Hall?
Whoa.
Sure, we can make time.
Thank you
Absolutely.
very much. That's great. Well
That's
done,
a
guys.
yes. So there you go. They'll be live at the Bundy with Adam Brand. That's in stone now. Well done.
Cool.
You'll have to do it. You said yes. Billy Weir was on the front of the show. You thought it was Live at Spectrum, but it's Live at Spectrum. Would you mind coming up, Bill, and having a quick word about what's happening in your life? Because we caught up with Billy Rockstar and Jeffy Rockstar a couple of months ago, and we talked about the Weekend Rockstars back in the early 80s and all the success of that group.
It was a great interview too, because I've heard from people I haven't heard from in 30 years. Seeing that, yeah.
Well, you might hear it from him again when we get on Channel 31.
Hope so, yeah.
So you've actually been working with Jeffy and working with some old and new material to make a new album.
Yeah, well, Jeff and I started way back in about 76, I think it was, in a band called Abandoned Sane, which led to Weekend Rockstars. And over the time, we sort of recorded lots of songs, and then we'd go our own separate ways and they'd get left behind. We went back and had a listen to a few of them. We thought, wow, that's pretty good.
Yeah, right.
So we updated the lyrics a bit, made them more politically correct.
Yeah, right.
And worked on the production considerably. And what we've got's pretty special, we think. We're not calling it Weekend Rockstars.
Yeah, what are you calling it now?
We're calling it Billy Weir and the Sons of Skippy.
Billy Weir and the Sons of Skippy. It's a very catchy name. And when can we expect to see the album, Bill?
I would say in a couple of months. We're just fine-tuning the artwork and arguing over the website and trying to work out what you do with computers. And
There's plenty of good people in the community that can help you out with those
Yeah.
sorts of things too,
Yeah.
Bill. And your daughter Alana's in the audience tonight
She
too.
sure is.
And she's been recording as well and got a few YouTube clips out there.
certainly has. Look for Alana Weir and the Half Talls. And you'll certainly enjoy what you see, I think.
Music
Yeah.
does flow in the family,
Yeah,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Hey, thanks very much to Billy
Yeah.
Weir for coming and having a chat. Yeah, sorry.
And
Yeah.
congratulations on the Channel 31 thing, because I think that's fabulous, because it's going to bring a wider audience to this area. You know.
Well, yeah, thanks very much to the whole team here at Live at Spectrum. They've just pulled a great job. So, yeah, give us a clap. Hey, stay here, Billy, stay here. We're going to throw to the next promo together. Actually, I'd like to ask Billy, one of the best things about being in a band is probably the fact that you get to spend all that time every weekend with the same group of people.
Yep.
And what would be the worst part about being in a band? Spending every weekend with the same group of people, absolutely. If you don't want to spend every weekend with the same group of people, but you want to be involved in playing some live music with a great group of people, Live at Spectrum has the answer for you.
The Friday Night Music Club at VRI Hall Traralgon was created so local musicians could come together and collaborate on a new song every month. It's an innovative and inclusive idea that caters to musicians of all instruments and abilities. The Live at Spectrum road crew paid the club a visit to find out more.
Well, the Friday Night Music Club is an idea in that musicians from Gippsland get together and we pick one song that we all collaborate and learn over the month, and then we get together and we jam it. So this month we're doing Psycho Killer, which was an interesting concept, but yeah, it's going well, and we're getting different people each month, which is amazing. Jo Lyons, who runs the VRI Hall, she wanted to use this as a community space, and she thought, wouldn't it be great to have a music club where everyone just gets together and we collaborate. And she put something out on Facebook and in the paper about 3-4 months ago, and my mum actually linked me to it, and she's like, oh hey, this is coming up. So I came along and it kind of blossomed from there, and I started taking over, and yeah, we've had more and more interest each month.
I'm an absolute beginner, and I thought that I could just hide behind everybody else and slowly watch what they were doing and learn what they were doing.
What instrument do you play?
I try to play guitar. Well, I'd suggested Rihanna, Rhiannon from Fleetwood Mac, and my friend suggested this song, and he's not here, so he's going to be in trouble. So, yeah, I had heard it, but yeah.
So it's the same shape, but it's just moved up the string. Same shape.
Oh, yeah, no, the same shape, yeah.
So move your hand up the fret, and then just play this finger where it's comfortable.
To start with, we only had maybe 3 in our first night, and then it just grew a bit more, and we're getting different people each time and a couple of regulars, which is good to see. Beginner through to advanced, I source all the tablature, all the chords, all the lyrics, so it's all up there on the Facebook page for anyone to download and to have a look. And yeah, I'm here, I'm a music teacher, so I can help those that need the help. Well, open mic night requires someone to sing and play guitar, whereas this is you can just come in with any instrument that you want, and we just all work together, and sometimes we might even just improvise over a chord progression that we're doing, and we just play around with it. So an open mic night is very strict in terms of what you can do, whereas we're pretty open. Like tonight, we'll play the song, we'll have a listen to it, we'll fumble through the chords a bit, and we'll do a couple of run-throughs, and within an hour, we'll have it almost under our fingers.
The Friday Music Club is run at the VRI Hall here in Traralgon, the second Friday of every month at 7 p.m. In fact, it's on this Friday at 7 p.m. Kim in the audience is here tonight, who runs the show. This Friday, anyone can go?
Anyone can come.
Anyone can come along. So please do, if you're enthusiastic about music, as enthusiastic as we are, please be involved in that. Trent McCurdy, we've been to the internet. People have been sending in photos about how they spectrum.
Yes, and we actually had someone message in and said that they were glad to see that I was dressed by Ralph Lauren tonight and that you were dressed by St. Vinny's.
This jacket is with big thanks to the Sale College Drama Department tonight.
It's good though, because stripes that way makes you look slim. The other way would not do you any favours.
Thanks very much.
So thanks
you to everyone. Thanks for not laughing at that too, audience. You're very kind.
Who is sending the photos through tonight. Let's have a look on screen. The first one has come in via Instagram from Loriane. Thank you very much. Now, I'm trying to make out, is that an iPad? Oh no, it looks like a laptop. Brett?
That looks like your run-of-the-mill Microsoft laptop system there.
Okay. Well,
I know nothing about computers.
We have Ben Johnston here, who is watching out in Hazelwood North, I believe, and received this from Snapchat. He's a big fan of Waugh and Willow. Thank you, Ben. On to Paul Beaumont via Facebook in Warragul. G'day, Paul. Watching on what looks like a big 65-inch plasma TV. So, good job. Malcolm and Beck Howard have texted in tonight. Thank you. Watching in your lounge room with the heater on, and then we have an unknown one. I don't know what the hell is going on.
That's Macca. There it is, pampering himself. That's just a Sunday night routine for Macca.
Wow. And also to this unknown person with the bub there watching on the iPad, and the child is getting a great education on how to be musically talented. So thank you, everybody, and keep your messages coming through. And if you do send them through, let us know who you are, for goodness sake. 0411 489 77 0411 Guys 7.
That is much easier to remember. Our next guest on Live at Spectrum tonight has been having a great deal of success with the release of his latest album, What We Might Be, and he joins us right here, right now. Please welcome Mr. Michael Waugh.
There's a picture of me laughing when I was 2 or 3, standing in Dad's bluntstone boots that are twice as big as me, towering behind me in his overalls, his arms outstretched to catch me if I fall. Wherever I am, I wanna wear my dad's shoes, wanna work hard for my family, dig my heels in for what's true. I wanna stand to be someone my son might someday look up to. Wherever I am, I wanna wear my dad's shoes. Not the type of boots you wear to church or into town. Mum would scream blue murder if he wore them in the house. Kick 'em off and line 'em up like soldiers on the porch. It's how we knew when Dad was home and all. Wherever I am, I wanna wear my dad's shoes, wanna work hard for my family, dig my heels in for what's true. I wanna stand to be someone my son might someday look up to. Wherever I am, I wanna wear my dad's shoes. When I was a young man, I got too big for my boots, and I tried other styles, but the soles have all worn through. And now that I am older and the sneakers just don't suit, I'm proud to wear these bluntstone boots like you. Had to sell the tractor and they've moved into town. He's far too old for farming in those worn out work boots now. Sitting on the back porch, holding vigil for him still. His bluntstone boots are waiting to be filled. Wherever I am, I wanna wear my dad's shoes, wanna work hard for my family, dig my heels in for what's true. I wanna stand to be someone my son might someday look up to. Wherever I am, I wanna wear my dad's shoes. Wherever I am, I wanna wear my dad's shoes. Thanks a lot. So, yeah, my name's Michael. I'm originally from Gippsland, from Maffra is where I was born. And it's actually, I wanted to start playing that song because this week is my dad's birthday. So I thought I'd share a couple of stories and songs about my dad. So for a lot of time when we were growing up, we lived on a dairy farm outside of Maffra. And it was pretty bloody tough work. And it's even tougher for our dairy farmers at the moment. But when we were growing up, it was sort of like an every morning, get up, milk, go out, do some fencing or some thistling and milk in the afternoon. And then at night, he'd be out, you know, working again sometimes, chasing water or, you know, sometimes it would be work that he'd have to do, you know, pulling calves or whatever, depending on the time of year it was. And around October, like around hay carting, my dad was a really bad asthmatic, and so it was like even on those nights, because we'd hear him sort of struggling with his breath all night, it was like he was working even then. So I wrote this song about my dad. Summer nights will listen to his wheezing. The asthma never gave him any rest. And each hay carting season, he struggled with his breathing. as if the farm was sitting on his chest. And I didn't sleep those nights when I was young. I was raised a dairy farmer's son. The hayrides look romantic in the movies. They don't show how the thistles scratch your arms and hands. There's no pretty cowgirls on the tractor, just dad and sunburned brothers picking grass seeds from their sweaty underpants. My dad's a farmer, he worked too bloody hard, stinking from the dairy and the shitty cattle yard. He taught me how to work for what you love. I was raised a dairy farmer's son. Yes, I was raised a dairy farmer's son. He rode that quad bike like it was a Harley. His sidekick was that border collie Jack. Each morning Jackie sat there by his gumpers, the flies already swarming on Dad's back, and the cows already walking to the shed. He'd been up late irrigating, but the animals were waiting, so he just could not afford to stay in bed. My dad's a farmer, he worked too bloody hard, stinking from the dairy and the shitty cattle yard. He taught me how to work for what you love. I was raised a dairy farmer's son. Yes, I was raised a dairy farmer's son. The year the interest rates went through the ceiling, the price of butterfat walked out the door. The week the tankers didn't come collecting, he had to pour the milk out on the floor. The day they found the cancers on Dad's head, and it left him with a scar from all those summer harvests, and that fucking farm took 1 more pound of flesh. My dad's a farmer, he worked too bloody hard, stinking from the dairy and the shitty cattle yard. He taught me how to work for what you love. I was raised a dairy farmer's son. He taught me how to work for those you love. I was raised a dairy farmer's son. Yes, I was raised a dairy farmer's son.
This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. We've been the same. Come over here and have a chat.
No worries.
So tell us about the shirt. You've got to tell us about the shirt.
Well, it became this thing that I don't have a lot of fashion sense, so I just wore whatever I had around, which was a plaid shirt, a check shirt, and then it became this thing that everywhere I went, I'd always be known as the guy who was wearing the check shirt. And now you're trying to steal my thunder, swapped in your op shop.
Well, that was a good excuse to get out of the op shop stuff too. You did a
worries.
gig recently where you were playing at a house.
Yeah. I had there was one of the most beautiful ways of playing is at house concerts, and that's where, someone opens up their lounge room in their home and invites their friends around and a musician, and we just share music. But I turned up to this one house concert and everyone was wearing a bloody check shirt. and they'd like set it up so that it was come dressed as Michael Waugh. It was like the world's scariest bloody Halloween event that you'd ever been to. Yeah.
Well, you could start really marketing that
Oh,
and just
could.
sell that, CDs and check shirts at all your concerts as well. Now we've just a bit of history of Live at Spectrum. We've just had our first F-bomb in the studio during that last song. So a round of applause. But a lot of passion, went into that song, and the word was necessary for that song.
Yeah, it was.
Can you tell us a bit about what you were singing about there?
Well, it was about my dad, and it's like the thing is that when we were growing up in the 80s, there was that it was like a perfect storm of the interest rates were like just going through the sky, and the dairy industry was completely stuffed. And the same thing is happening now, and it's like, why have we not learnt? Why are we still putting the men and women on the land through what they're going through? It just breaks my heart. So anyway, like in honour of my dad, I just wanted to, I suppose, sing that song. And if you feel strongly enough about something, sometimes you've got to bring out a cuss word.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you still got family involved in the farm, or family friends?
Yeah, well, my brother did his apprenticeship in farming, but no, unfortunately we all moved away, and even my brother, who learned about it, I think learned enough to know that it was going to be really bloody tough work, and so he moved away. So God bless all those blokes who are still doing it.
Yeah. You did move away to Melbourne, but you've still definitely very strongly connected to the area. I mean, the songs on the album, What We Might Be, very much about the Maffra, Hayfield area. In fact, Maff King Hill, the last time we caught up with you was you were at Hayfield doing the launch of your CD, which was a really popular day. And I asked you that day, where was Maff King Hill? And you explained where it was, and I was thinking it must be this like huge mountain at the back of Maffra that I should know. But I used to ride my bike there.
That's right.
It's a block, isn't it?
That's right. It's this gravel heap behind the high school where the naughty boys went for cigarettes at lunchtime. But yeah, it's pretty cool because I wrote that song about a party in Maffra, and I got a message on Facebook from someone saying, I'm driving through Maffra, and it was about 11:30 at night. And Felicity Urquhart was playing it on Saturday Night Country. So all these people all around Australia was hearing this song about Maffra. And it was bloody cool. And they were like, I'm driving through Maffra and you're singing about Maff King Hill. And so that was pretty cool.
I've spoken to a few people locally since then that reckon they were a part of that party at Maff King Hill. Can you drop any names there?
No.
Now, what were the advantages of growing up in a country town as a musician?
The high school, Maffra High, had this beautiful music program, and it was sort of started off by someone who was a geography teacher and a food tech teacher. Just sort of went. There's no arts programs for kids in the school, so they started off creating this beautiful program. And that's where I got my first taste of playing, and I loved it because I was really bloody useless at doing anything practical with my hands, and really bad at sport. The only time I tried to kick a football, I slipped in the grass and winded myself. And to have music, and I think it really is a great saviour for lots of country kids. So yeah. I think that's the thing. It was taught to me with a lot of heart and a lot of passion. Yeah.
And you've had a good experience at school because you've ended up becoming a teacher yourself and teaching in Melbourne. What do your students think about your newfound fame at the minute?
Well, I try to hide it from them for a long time because there's always that fear. You don't want to be that sort of strange teacher who's doing something a bit weird. And I didn't want to embarrass them or myself. But I think what's been really lovely is that they've sort of found it of their own accord because it's on the internet, so you can't hide anything. And they've really enjoyed it, and they've sort of said very, very nice things. The other day I walked to class and there's a group of kids singing one of my songs outside, which is kind of cool, except for that Maff King Hill song, which is about teenage binge drinking. So I'm not sure.
That's the one they like the most.
Yeah. Well, no, but it's really lovely because I think at the end of the day, the lesson that we teach when we do stuff like that is that you can and should have art as an ongoing part of your life, and it's a good thing even if you don't derive your main source of income from it. It brings you joy and it brings you community, and it's, yeah.
You've had a lot of attention with your art outside the community here, and it's touched a lot of people, even though you're singing about Maffra and Hayfield most of all, and Waugh gets a mention as well. People from all walks of life around Australia are connecting with your work. Yeah. How are they finding those connections, even though they're not from this area? Are they...
I don't know. I think, like, when I was growing up, all of the songs that I loved listening to were often by, you know, American country artists. And it was like, you know, Dolly Parton singing about her little home in Tennessee, but she writes about it with such integrity that it feels like it's your home. And I suppose when I first started writing, I just wrote in really generic ways because I thought that that's what you had to do, that like if you write really generally, everyone will generally be able to understand it. But the more that I started singing about, you know, the McAllister River and Mafking Hill and places that were around the corner when I was growing up, the more that people seemed to recognise their own town or their own mum or their own dad in those stories, and I think that that's what's been really lovely, yeah.
Now, before we get to the next song, because I could stand here talking to you for the next hour, I've got to apologise because, sorry about when you were on the Mangrook Footy Show. You got some attention there and got to perform wasn't Mafking Hill? It was
Maffra Under 10.
Maffra Under 10 song, the junior footy song that you do so well. And I texted you, so I'm about to watch Mangrook, can't wait to see you on there tonight.
Yeah.
Obviously you won't get this till after, but good luck watching you. And then you texted back.
Yeah, I was freaking out because I thought that I'd got the date wrong. It wasn't until 3 weeks later I was sitting there with my pyjamas on, ready to watch My Kitchen Rules or something.
Yeah, that's my fault. I got the date wrong, so sorry about that.
No worries.
Where am I supposed to be on? I don't know. But you had a great experience there.
It was lovely.
Much better experience here at Live Spectrum, though.
Oh, yeah, much better experience here. In fact, like, it really is, I have to say, it really has been such a beautiful experience meeting all of these lovely guys and yeah, just you know, knowing that this is a part of the community that I grew up in means the world to me. Yeah, so thank you so much.
One big happy family. And another round of applause for Michael Waugh. What are you going to play for us now?
I was going to play Find You.
Yeah. Oh, you should tell everyone.
Yeah. Oh, no worries.
Sorry. Yeah. Michael Waugh on Live at Spectrum.
She stood in the kitchen, watched from the window. He mowed the lawns, she washed the dishes. He was half finished when he got off the mower. Looked back at their house as if he didn't know her, as if he had landed in some foreign place. The grumpy old bastard had tears on his face. She says, "What's the matter? You're starting to scare me, love. Standing around here like you're lost in your own backyard." And I couldn't find you. I couldn't find your love. I looked hard, I tried to, but I couldn't find you. The yard smelled like two-stroke and freshly cut grass, and he'd mown that lawn for these 30 years past. At last she had started to put things together. The keys in the fridge, the milk in the kettle. It's not that her husband is getting forgetful. He says something is terribly wrong. He seems embarrassed by the things that he did. For a second, he looks just like one of their kids as he stares at the weeds and he says, I couldn't find you. I couldn't find your love. Looked hard, I tried to, but I couldn't find you. More than 40 years married, he's one tough old farmer, retired and ready to work on their garden. And he loves nothing better than to be with the boys and presents at Christmases round at his daughters. But he just seemed fragile this past festive season, holding her out as if she might leave him. And he didn't say much, but then he rarely did, confused by the crackers and the screaming grandkids who he doesn't remember at all. And we couldn't find you. We couldn't find your dad. We looked hard, we tried to, but we couldn't find you. I couldn't find you. I couldn't find your love. Looked hard, I tried to, but I couldn't find you. Looked hard, I tried to, but I couldn't find you.
Good to see you here to plug as well. There it is, Michael Waugh. Come over and plug your new latest CD. This is What We Might Be. It's out right now. Where can we get it from?
From all good CD stores.
There's a few left, I think.
Yeah.
And also you came with some news of a latest release from the week that's just been.
Yeah, that's right. So Felicity Urquhart's released this 2016 Saturday Night Country compilation, and one of my songs ended up on it, which is pretty bloody exciting, really. Yeah. So Matt Kingill sitting, Which
is good news as well. You've had great success with the song Hayfield Girl, and you can't leave without playing it for us.
No, it'd be lovely.
So we're going to get Michael back very, very shortly to finish with Hayfield Girl. Trent McCurdy, how have we been going with the internet tonight? We've been hearing from people out there?
We have. It's been going crazy. First of all, I just want to say, looking at you two dressed the same, it's like a George Lucas lookalike competition. It really is.
Without the money.
Thank you to everybody who's been sending the pictures through of how you're watching Live at Spectrum tonight. Let's have a look now with a photo that's been sent through from the real Wolf's mum. This one came in via text, so maybe that'll answer the question.
Which one's the wolf?
Well, that's what we want to know. We'll ask during the next story. Stuart Anderson said he's dressed for the occasion. Good on you, Stuart, watching via Facebook tonight, and a good close-up of my shiny head, thank you. Rob Corsa via Facebook, watching with a scotch and some pistachios. Good on you, Rob.
Nice.
And also breakfast radio announcer extraordinaire Andrew Deek from 531 3GG's local breakfast show, enjoying the resonant lows of Live at Spectrum tonight. Thank you, Deeksy. I'll see you in the morning
He's
at
got
work.
the fruit there too.
Yeah, he's a bit fruity, Deeksy. He really is. So if you'd like to get in touch with us tonight, the number is 0411 Guy 7.
There will be a final chance to get in contact with the show tonight if you've got any questions for Wolf and Willow or Michael Waugh. Now, the drumming members of our Live at Spectrum fraternity made their way out to Rokeby, which is near Warrigal, a small unassuming town, but it is the home of Red Rock Drums.
Gippsland drum manufacturers Red Rock Drums create handcrafted instruments that not only look amazing with their stunning natural finishes, but sound incredible too. We took a trip out to Rokeby in West Gippsland to have a look at how these unique drums are created and meet the craftsmen who lovingly bring these world-renowned instruments to life.
Red Rock Drums started essentially in 2001. Well, obviously we were friends straight away, and I don't think it was really a thought process of whether it would become a business relationship at all. I think it was very much a case of he's a nice guy and we get on well.
Matt was very mature 18-year-old, and so it was easy to click, because I'm, 23 years older than you? Something like that, yeah. So it's much easier to click with a person that age when they're actually mature.
In 2011, 2011, Facebook ads were really good value. I was coming home from teaching every day, be another 50 comments on our wall, and it was exceptional. And one of them was from a particular bloke, Jack Douglas, who said, how about a kit for my studio? I looked him up and came up as the sixth member of Aerosmith. And we were very excited. And it wasn't even until I got on Skype with him to have a chat that I was just need to make sure that this is actually the Jack Douglas before I send him a couple of $1,000 worth of snare drums to use on an Aerosmith album. Yes, yeah, he did. He actually used, two of those snares were used on the album, and a steel shell drum. But there was a 14x8 Fiji mahogany and 14x6 Jarrah from memory. And then that 14x6 Jarrah actually went on to be used on a Grammy Award winning Latin jazz album. I've always had a vision in my head, and it could be something that I've woken up in the middle of the night thinking, like the round over bearing edges, little visions at night time that I woke up and just knew that was the case. And then of course I phoned Roger and it's like, I thought we had it fine. What's wrong with what we're doing? I don't believe that anybody is necessarily doing what we're doing as such in our combination and to the detail that we go to. So I think there's enough room for all sorts of different unique ideas, and ours is one of those unique ideas which are going to appeal to, these drummers here. So I think we don't need to be competition with everybody. We just do what we do. I would say about Red Rock Drums is that I don't know that Roger actually believed that we could have such a presence. I've been able to take literally Roger's work to the world.
We were part of the Sydney Drum Festival last year, and as I was walking up the stairs, there was a bloke walking down who I didn't take any notice of, and he goes, "Hey Rog!" And I look at him, it's Jackie Barnes. I never met him before. He knew me. That blows me away, because I live up here, I'm pretty solitary, He goes, "Wow." And I've had other experiences like that in other places as well. I go, wow.
There's a lot to be proud of.
Yeah, it's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. What does really surprise me about Gippsland is everywhere I turn, there are more musicians I've never heard of before. There are more people to meet. I recently sold a couple of keyboards, and I've put a drum kit on the market. And there was something else that I sold. And I couldn't believe the number of people that I've been speaking to. Where were all these people? And some of them were just up the road. There's a guy just up the road. I was looking for a new bass speaker, a driver for my bass bin. And there's a guy just up the road. He's probably 3 minutes away from me. I go, oh damn, I've already bought one.
The drums really are for anybody. Our shells can be used in rock sessions, in jazz sessions, because it's a stave drum. It doesn't have the choking up high, or the tuning range is enormous compared to ply drums. So for that very reason, our drums will cross any genres. So I wouldn't necessarily say that we build drums for this type of person.
Although they are discerning. They're discerning buyers.
Well, that's that is the thing. We do build drums for people who are really picky, because I'm OCD, I'm picky as. Red Rock Drums was one of Australia's first full stave manufacturers, so that's the entire drum kit's not just the snares. And one of the things that's cool about stave is that it takes a lot of effort to find the right amount of timber that tells the story around the whole drum, whereas a veneer, you can, buy them online and they look pretty the whole way around, stick them on. I mean, obviously that's a very simple perspective, but we've found that actually finding the right amount of timber, between 14, 15 and 20 metres worth of timber for a kit sometimes,
It's hard to do.
It's really difficult. That's one of the reasons why I believe our drums are particularly special.
That was Matt and Roger from Red Rock Drums. For more information, you can head to www.redrockdrums.com.au. They are fantastic kits, as the three drummers from our fraternity can attest to. In fact, money may have been spent. I cannot confirm that yet, but maybe. We've had a great night tonight live at Spectrum. As audiences go, you're top 5, so congratulations. That really was a lovely bunch tonight. I'll give credit when credit's due. Fantastic audience tonight. Looking forward to doing this again next month. We've just had a 5-week break, but hopefully it's a bit shorter next time, Trent.
Yeah, July 3rd, we'll be back 7:30 p.m. Sunday night, of course, with the Danny Spencer Trio, which we're very excited about, and Harry Hookey appearing live in the studio. And we have some messages that have come through here too, Brett, from Jay McGowan. Can't believe the depth of talent that they're seeing on Live at Spectrum, which is lovely to hear, and the quality production that we're producing. Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate those words. Also, an unknown text sent through. Wolf and Willow are amazing. Can't wait to hear more. And a special text from Michael Waugh's family watching in Queensland tonight. Is that right? Dad, Mum, Chris, Nick and Tom, we may be far away, but we are with you. We're loving everything. So thank you so much to everybody for sending messages through, and we can't wait to get more throughout the months leading up via our Facebook and all our other social media platforms, and we'll see you July 3. Can't wait.
Beautiful. Thanks very much, Trent. The depth of talent definitely is here. It comes as a surprise to some people, but it's no surprise to us. We know it's here, and that's why we've made this show, and that's why we're broadcasting to the world. Gippsland's a great place to be. We're going to finish the show tonight with Michael Waugh taking us out with his signature song. It's going to look like your K-San, I guess. Avengers? No? Okay. his song, Hayfield Girl. Take it away. Frank, thank you very much. We'll see you next month on Live at Spectrum.
Car types we played on those long country drives were Kenny's and Dolly's and old Charlie Pride. Mum sang along with Jim Reeves and Bill Ives as we rattled along country tracks. And Dad used to threaten us boys with a hiding if you don't settle down in the back. Then Mum would growl, but she'd turn up the volume, pass round the lollies she packed. They don't write pretty love songs for girls born in Hayfield. American women get songs about how they're adored. Tennessee girls get two waltz. Californian girls, they've got no faults. But they don't write love songs about girls from Hayfield at all. No, they don't write love songs about girls from Hayfield at all. Hayfield's a timber mill town in East Gippsland. The Maffra boys think it's a joke, so Dad used to hang it on Mum, who was born there, but she'd get hers back, I suppose. And they don't write pretty love songs for girls born in Hayfield. American women get songs about how they're adored. Tennessee girls get to waltz. Californian girls, they've got no faults. Ah, but they don't write love songs about girls from Hayfield at all. No, they don't write love songs about girls from Hayfield at all. My dad loved my mum with affection familiar and long as an old country road. But there's not a melody written that sings of the depth of the love that they've known. So even when cancer took part of Mum's body and the chemo took all of her hair, Dad used to tease Mum about girls from Hayfield, 'cause that's how she knows that he cares. He'd say, well, they don't write pretty love songs for girls born in Hayfield, but you're the most beautiful woman I've ever known. Tennessee girls, they might waltz. Californian girls might have no faults. Ah, but you blokes can keep 'em, 'cause I've got my Hayfield girl. You blokes can keep 'em, 'cause I've got my Hayfield girl.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to visit us at liveatspectrum.com.au. Find us on Facebook and Twitter.